I'm recording this video while someone is mowing the lawn, so I apologize if my mic picks up the lawnmower. But anyway, hi, hello, my name is Mel. I talk a lot about Black Butler on the internet for some reason in our God-given year of 2023, but that doesn't matter, and it's about to become a lot more relevant because at Anime Expo this year, a couple weeks ago, we got announcement that Black Butler anime is coming back in 2024, and we're getting a new season 4, baby, let's go. But with that new information, that leads us to the question of what is going on with the Black Butler anime. For those who aren't really in the know, the Black Butler anime has the worst continuity I have ever had the misfortune of dealing with in any form of media ever. So let's dive into that today. The main questions we're looking to answer here is what's going on with the anime, what's canon, and what is going to be important for us to know going into the new season. So, without further ado, this is all the relevant information you're going to need to know before stepping into the new season. Side note, I'm not deep diving it. That's what my deep dive videos are for. We're just going to be talking about what you need to watch and what's canon, alright? Cool. The Black Butler anime can be separated into 3 major topics. You have the TV anime, which is our main seasons. And then you have the OVAs, which for those who don't know, OVA basically just means on video animation, so stuff that like went straight to DVD, stuff like that. And then the last category of anime is the movie. I would say movies plural, but there's only one animated movie. All right, I hope you guys can read this. I didn't think this through very well, but I thought it would be fun. I should probably go turn my fan off before it blows all the papers off my wall. So everything started in our cursed year of 2008 with season 1 of the anime. It was about 25 episodes, 24 with an OVA that we'll get to in a second. But yeah, 24 episodes. Over half of it, I believe, is original storyline to the anime because, again, this came out in 2008. It probably started production in 2007. The Book of Circus arc started in 2008. There was not a lot of manga to adapt. Also, back in the 2000s and early 2010s, it was very common for anime adaptations to kind of either get ahead of the manga or just kind of do their own thing. You know, like the Fullmetal Alchemist versus Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood situation. So we've got our first TV anime season, Black Butler 2008. Now that we've got the first season of anime, I do need to side note and say the manga is our full canon. This is the source material, this is everything, the only thing that matters. So I'm so sorry, this is terrible ASMR. I'm gonna stick this bad boy up here. Oh, the manga. So, season 1 of the anime, more than half of it is not canon. So what does that mean exactly? If you're not familiar with the anime or the manga, but you want to watch the new season of anime, or if you want to know what the anime covers that's from the manga, you should watch episodes 1 through 6 of season 1. 1 through 6. That covers the starting chapters of Black Butler, what's dubbed the Black Butler arc, and it also covers the Red Butler arc, aka the Jack the Ripper arc. So that's pretty fun. That's like, I don't know, the first couple volumes of the manga? First 2 to 3? And then after you finish episode 6, you turn off your computer and you walk away, and then you come back to episodes 13 through 15. 13 through 15 covers the Indian Butler arc, more or less. The Curry arc is what some people call it. Although with a slight caveat, the anime takes on like a dark, evil, cursed Curry plotline, which does not happen in the manga. So that's what you need to watch from season 1. Episodes 1 through 6, and then episodes 13 through 15. That is less than 10. Let's see, 1 through 6. That's 6 episodes. Then you've got 13, 14, 15. That is 9 episodes out of 24 that are canon. Jeez. I'll throw this under our manga section over here. So, after the 2008 anime, what came next? Season 2! Season 2 in 2010. I'm not entirely sure right offhand where we were in the manga in 2010, but considering it's always published monthly, we can only get 12 chapters a year, so it's very likely that in 2010 the Book of Murder arc was starting to publish. So we're still not super far into the manga, but far enough they could have at least not come up with an original storyline, because surprise, surprise, the entirety of Season 2 is non-canon. A little bit of a side note back into Season 1, I forgot to talk about the Season 1 OVA, episode 25, His Butler Performer, which may or may not be a chapter title from the Book of Circus. It might be His Butler Performing. I distinctly remember that chapter title. But anyway, it's an OVA episode where they put on a Shakespeare play for like some orphans or something. It's an OVA, it's not canon, it's fun, but it's not necessary. Just like the entirety of Season 2. And with Season 2, if you did want to watch Season 2, you're looking at about 10, I think it's 10, maybe 11 or 12 episodes of a story. It sure is a story. I don't remember if it's cohesive, but it's definitely an experience. I would definitely recommend picking it up just to see what it's about. But also, Misery does love company. I'm only partially hating. I actually really liked Season 2 when I watched it, but I watched Seasons 1 and 2 of the anime before I even knew that there was a manga, so take that with a grain of salt. But with Season 2's release on DVD, we got a slew of OVAs. Half of the episodes in Season 2 on Netflix are in fact OVAs. We've got 2 episodes that are Ciel and Wonderland. Honestly, I think it was all fan service. Not important, but it does go under the OVA label right there. And after Ciel and Wonderland, we had great hits like Welcome to the Phantom Hives, which almost kind of feels like foreshadowing for Mayren's backstory, but other than that, not super notable. If I remember correctly, this episode is animated in first person, so the camera is basically taking on the point of view of the character, it's an interesting choice. I wasn't fond of it, but I also have not seen this episode in over 10 years, and this was a stage of my life where I did not mess with first-person video games, so I didn't like first-person. But there's the Welcome to the Phantom Hives, OVA, not important. The most important OVA in existence for Black Butler came out of the Season 2 OVAs. It's not canon, but we do have the making of Kurositsuji 2, the OVA. It's basically a modern AU actors AU. I want to make a full video about that episode because it's so funny, just as a concept. So be on the lookout for a video about this, but it does go under our OVA pile. And we're not done with Season 2 OVAs yet. No. We've got the story of Will the Reaper. It is non-canon William T. Spears backstory time. We do get some fun things in this, but nothing super notable. Again, not necessary viewing. I do think our OVAs are getting I don't have a big enough wall. We're not quite done with Season 2 OVAs, but we are on our last one. The Threads of the Spider Story. I'm gonna be honest, this is the only OVA in this list that I do not remember at all what it is. I think it might be something about Claude, but I didn't really like Claude as a kid, so I probably wiped it from my memory. It is doubly not important unless you like Claude as a character. That's all of Seasons 1 and 2. None of that is canon. All that OVA None of it's canon. I'm just wasting so much paper for this bit. But don't worry, because in 2014, things changed for this anime. We got a new art style, updated look, with our the start of the book of adaptations. All of this, everything in blue, canon. The book of adaptations are necessary watch material before stepping into the new season. So we will stick that under our manga category here. That's all that's canon. But we kick off the book of adaptations with Book of Circus in 2014. I liked this. I don't remember how many episodes it was. I think it was like 10. I did just do a deep dive on the entirety of Book of Circus. So if you have 2.5 hours to kill and you don't want to read the manga nor watch the anime, because I get that's a time commitment, you can just watch my deep dive and be fully caught up. Honestly, that's also true for episodes 1 through 6 of the anime and episodes 13 through 15. I'm very thorough in my deep dives. But we'll stick this under the TV anime. And for now, that is the last of TV full season anime that we will get. But that's not the last of the anime that is necessary to understand the new season. No, because right after Book of Circus in 2014, we got Book of Murder, which was a 2-part OVA covering the Book of Murder, the murder arc in Black Butler. It's essentially like Sherlock meets Black Butler. They all get together and play Clue in real life. If you're familiar with the Clue board game, it's a murder mystery. This is an OVA, but it's going to look like it's a movie because my OVAs are there's too many OVAs. Too many. And to wrap up the book of adaptations, in 2017, we got the movie, Book of Atlantic. It's the only movie. It's the only movie, but we got it. And for 7 long years, this was all we had. I should probably sit on this side because there's less on this wall. This is all we had, and the vast majority of it was not canon. So that was kind of frustrating, very, very confusing. A lot of people would watch seasons 1 and 2, and then Book of Circus came out, and they were like, hey, I thought CL was a demon? What's going on? Where's that little funky blonde boy? What is going on with all of this? Yeah, Aloys is not real. None of the anime-only characters are real. It's all a fever dream. I love Aloys so much. Like, season 2 is not canon, but it is still very important for the fandom at large. It gave us a lot of fun characters to play with in fanfiction, and for that, I will forever be grateful. But that does bring us up to the present. New season of Black Butler 2024. Now, this new season will be covering the public school arc, or the Weston arc, as I tend to call it. It directly follows the Book of Atlantic movie, which directly follows Book of Murder, which directly follows Book of Circus, which directly follows episodes 13 through 15 of the anime. So if you want to get the full story of Black Butler without watching my deep dives or reading the manga, you need to watch episodes 1 through 6 of season 1, 13 through 15 of season 1, skip season 2 entirely, watch the Book of Circus in its entirety, although the first episode is an anime-only story to kind of get people in. Book of Circus was made for people who either have forgotten the premise of Black Butler, or it was made as an easy gateway for people who are not familiar with the series, so the first episode is kind of just taking the place of the first episode of the first season. But it's still really good and worth the watch. And also be aware, since seasons 1 of the anime diverged from canon a lot, there's a little bit of catch up in the first couple episodes of Book of Circus. It's a little weird. You're in it, and then Sebastian's like, oh yeah, by the way, let me tell you about this thing that happened in the manga that the anime kind of skipped over that's kind of important for you to know. It's a little funny. And then after you finish Book of Circus, you need to watch the OVA, Book of Murder. I'm gonna be real, I have no idea where to legally stream Book of Murder. I think you could potentially rent it from Amazon Prime or YouTube. But after you watch Book of Murder, you can watch the movie Book of Atlantic, which you can rent on YouTube, and it is also available on Crunchyroll if you are in the US. I don't know any other region. As for Book of Circus, I think it's on High Dive. I know it's on Funimation. I have no idea if it's on High Dive. I don't know where that sentence came from. It is on Funimation, and season 1 of the anime is also on Funimation. So you can get those 9 episodes if you need them. Or you all can become pirates. That's the easiest way. Black Butler's split up all over different streaming services, so it's rough out here. They're not all in the same place. The watch order and continuity is all over the place. So real fun, cute, quirky vibes out here. Anyway, I hope I didn't sound like the ramblings of a madman. I hope this helped at all. I don't know. I had fun. That's all that matters. Anyway, I hope you guys are just as excited for the new season of Black Butler as I am. And good luck. Good luck on your watching journey if you need to get caught up on the happenings. I will say, you can enjoy the new season of anime without having seen everything else prior or read the manga. There will be a couple things that are going to be confusing, but I think overall you could still enjoy the story. Honestly, up until the Blue Sect arc, which is a little ways off from where the anime's at, each story arc is pretty episodic. Like, there are some things that carry over, like obviously characters will carry over and you'll want to know that. Or Book of Atlantic. Okay, let me rephrase that. At the very, very least, watch Book of Atlantic before you watch the new season. That will explain a lot of things that you'll need to know at the end of the new season. But other than that, happy watching. I hope you guys have fun with it. I sure know I will. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment. Tell me what your viewing experience for Black Butler anime was like. I would love to hear everyone's experiences. Maybe subscribe if you like Black Butler or other anime. I will talk about other things eventually. I promise I will. It's just brain rot hours right now. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!